welcome to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today we're diving into Matthew chapter 16. Really powerful stuff.
Absolutely. It's got layers, drama.
It really does. Our source is, well, the text itself. And our mission for you listening is to pull out some key insights, maybe things that make you think a bit differently about, understanding, identity, even sacrifice.
Yeah, and it really highlights how even basic truths can get twisted or misunderstood. And it shows the tough road of real conviction.
It does. We'll see demands for signs, these sort of veiled warnings, and then some really profound statements that honestly still hit hard today.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's just jump right in. It starts with the Pharisees and Sadducees, right? They come to Jesus.
And they're testing him. They demand a sign, specifically a sign from heaven.
And Jesus' response is fascinating. He basically says, look, you can read the weather in the sky, red sky at night, sailor's delight, that kind of thing.
Right. If it's going to be fair weather or stormy.
Exactly. But then he hits them with, you cannot interpret the signs of the times. Oof.
Yeah, it's a direct challenge to their perception, isn't it?
Yeah.
What does it really mean to see what's happening?
And he says, no sign will be given except the sign of Jonah.
Which is pretty cryptic at that point. It hints at something much deeper and more challenging than they're asking for, like his death and resurrection being in the earth 3 days.
It's not the spectacle they wanted.
Not at all. It redefines the whole idea of a sign. It's not external power, but this internal transformative event.
Okay, so that's the external challenge. But then Jesus turns to his own disciples.
And he gives this really direct warning. Be on your guard against the yeast of the Pharisees and Sadducees.
And here's where it gets almost, comical, if it weren't so serious. The disciples completely miss it.
They really do. They start whispering among themselves.
Oh no, it's because we forgot to bring bread.
Yeah. Literal bread.
And Jesus has to challenge them, right? Calling out their little faith. He reminds them, don't you remember feeding the 5,000 with 5 loaves?
And the 4,000 with 7 loaves. How many baskets were left over each time?
He's trying to get them to think beyond the physical, isn't he?
Exactly. He has to spell it out. I wasn't talking about bread. I was talking about their teaching.
So that yeast metaphor, it's about how their ideas, their interpretations, can kind of permeate everything.
Precisely. Like a small amount of yeast affects the whole dough. It's insidious. It shows how easily we can get stuck on the literal, the surface level when there's a deeper meaning.
And that tendency, it doesn't just vanish. We see it pop up again, startlingly, right after a huge moment of clarity.
We do. The scene shifts, and Jesus asks his disciples, who do people say the Son of Man is?
And they give the popular answers, John the Baptist maybe, or Elijah, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
One of the prophets.
Standard stuff, but then he makes it personal.
But what about you? Who do you say I am? Big moment.
Huge. And Simon Peter steps up. You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God.
Wow. And Jesus immediately says, this wasn't just you figuring it out, Peter. This was revealed to you.
Yes, flesh and blood has not revealed this to you, but my Father in heaven. And based on that divinely given insight,
he makes these incredible declarations. You are Peter, the rock, and on this rock I'll build my church.
And gives him the keys of the kingdom of heaven, authority to bind and loose.
Which means, like, authoritative teaching.
Yeah.
Setting guidelines.
Essentially, yes. Declaring what's permissible, what's forbidden under God's authority. Immense spiritual responsibility.
But then right after this high point, he tells them, don't tell anyone yet that I am the Messiah.
It's interesting, isn't it? Maybe suggesting that true understanding needs time to settle, to be integrated personally before it's broadcast.
Okay, so Peter gets this divine revelation, this incredible authority.
Yeah.
And then almost immediately,
the tone shifts dramatically. Jesus starts explaining the next part of the plan.
He says he must go to Jerusalem. He must suffer, be rejected by the elders, chief priests, teachers of the law.
Be killed, and then on the 3rd day, be raised to life.
And Peter, fresh off his "You are the Messiah" confession, hears this and just can't handle it.
No, he pulls Jesus aside and starts rebuking him. Never, Lord. This shall never happen to you.
Talk about whiplash.
Yeah.
From divine insight to completely misunderstanding the mission.
It's stark, isn't it? Human concern, human ideas about what the Messiah should be, colliding head-on with God's actual plan.
And Jesus' reply is maybe one of the sharpest things he says in the Gospels.
Get behind me, Satan. You are a stumbling block to me.
Wow. He tells Peter, You do not have in mind the concerns of God, but merely human concerns.
It just perfectly captures that tension, our immediate comfort versus a harder divine path.
So where does that leave them?
Yeah.
And, well,
Yes.
Jesus then spells out the cost of following him.
Yeah, he lays it bare. If you want to be my disciple, you have to deny yourselves and take up their cross and follow me.
Taking up a cross. But that wasn't just a metaphor then, that was the path to execution. Total surrender.
Total. And he asks that piercing question. What good will it be for someone to gain the whole world, yet forfeit their soul?
Or what can you even give in exchange for your soul? Puts things in perspective.
It really does. He talks about coming back in glory, rewarding people for what they've done, and then that final, really provocative statement.
Right. That some standing right there will not taste death before they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. Still debated what exactly that refers to.
But the overall thrust is clear. Following him involves immense cost, self-denial, but also ultimate reward and vindication. It forces you to ask, what do I truly value? What am I willing to sacrifice?
So there you have it, our deep dive into Matthew 16, from signs and misunderstandings.
Huge declarations of identity.
And then the tough call to sacrifice. It really makes you think about how we see things, doesn't it?
It absolutely does. What stands out most to you listening from all of this? How do we discern our own signs of the times?
And here's our final thought for you to mull over. How often are we, maybe like the disciples, focusing on the bread, the obvious stuff, and missing the deeper meaning? Or maybe shying away from truths that feel uncomfortable, that challenge our immediate human concerns? Something to think about.